Hi you guys, how are you? Welcome family, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. You're accepted no matter what you're packing, okay? All wounds and shadows and traumas that need to turn into light are welcome here, okay? So today I'm just doing zodiac, and instead of pickle jar where I go through and I pick the zodiac and I just do them back to back to back, I'm kind of just letting Yehovah call to me and figure out which one is what. So I'm starting to feel like, okay, I need to get back into there. So Yehovah, can you just come on down and prophesy over us here, because you love to tell your children what's going to happen before it happens, right? And you give us this unfailing love. You forgive us even when we don't know what we're doing, which is like all the time, right? So come on down. And Yehovah, which zodiac sign are we going to do? Which one is it that you like me to interpret messages for, Yehovah? Leo. Okay. Leo. What's up, Leo? Oh, goodness. Leos. I've been having a lot of lion energy today, so that's quite funny that I'm finally getting around to the Leos here. So Leos, just sit on down, grab a snack, grab your drink. I tell you, after we do our reading here, I'm going to go get some ice cream and eat my feelings that I'm trying to not feel. Just kidding. What if we, like, you know, when we're in recovery, we're trying to walk away from our self-harm behaviors. But what if it's just eating ice cream to make yourself feel better? In a reasonable amount, you know, just these little guilty pleasures, you know, still have them. Maybe this is, I'm channeling as we're not, as Leo here, you're not. Here you are, there you are, Leo, the sun, and Yehovah's here. Here he is, the boss, the head, the chief, the Resh in Hebrew. And it's just how something's run. And legally, this is Yehovah's government, and this is how we connect with our energy through him, with him, and for him, through our solar plexus chakra here in our heart space, right, 211. So maybe you're not spending enough time spiritually inside. Maybe you're not spending enough time loving yourself here, or your self-love behaviors versus self-harm behaviors. Which, you know, those are valid. We all have had them too, and it's just something that we have to walk away from on top of everything else while we recover. So Yehovah, he's just going to wait over here and watch over us like always, and then we're going to get started here, Leo. So thank you for being here. I love you. I respect you and your time. So I try to keep these around 30 minutes, but I also can't put time on time. And if Yehovah wants to give you a message, honey, I'm going to give it to you. So thank you for being here. I know that there's plenty of other links that you could have watched, and I'm very, very grateful to have you here with me. And Yehovah's here. Yeshua's here. That's how I directly connect with them ever since I woke up on 4/4 Easter morning, and I've had them with me in this light work now. I also use God and Jesus. I use all 4 terms. That way it all can resonate with all of us, okay? We are all accepted no matter what. All right, so let's pick out the secret card here. This one. Right there. All right, so Yehovah, thank you for protecting our energies. Oh, and there's our first card here. The moon. Oh, the moon has been in my readings all the day. 333 right there on the clock. So the moon here, this is quite funny because the first thing that I'm picking up here, Leo, is the moon and the manipulation behind it. I really feel like the full moon right now in Aries might be messing with you a little bit because it's full moon fire sign, right? And this brand new adventure of communication is coming in. And you're having a really hard time balancing out because it feels like new truths are coming into light here. It feels like what is in the darkness is coming up again. It's like resurfacing, and you're having a really hard time balancing yourself here. Although this is in the positive 411, this is what I feel like you've just been in this last few couple days. Maybe you've just been having a hard time balancing yourself. So now this truth is coming in, you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, really just Cancer, Pisces, but I say the whole thing because it's a habit now. So Cancer, Pisces, and it's just, you know, look at this. The moon is right in front of the sun there. And so we're once again talking about this balance, imbalance, but like this first time it's finally aligning up for you, even though the truth was here, the secrets, the burdens, the hard time, 444 right there, the protections, the hard time getting this manipulation underway from the balancing and the aligning that is here. But it's like you're really stepping into your power. And here, let me move this down because I like y'all to see what's going on, right? So the moon has this manipulating energy because it ebbs and flows with the tides, right? This magnetic pull, and it pulls water. Well, hello, what are we made out of? 511, water. And our emotions are held in our flesh state, which is our first powerhouse. This is our root chakra, our sacral chakra, which is where all of our energies are held emotionally, physically, and sexually, everything that we can feel emotions wise. And then our third chakra is our solar plexus chakra, which has to, all three of them have to balance out and work together. Sacral chakra is I feel. And then solar plexus chakra is I do or I act. So then when you do all three of those applying to who you are as in flesh here, then it's going to activate and illuminate positively to re-physiologically reset within your heart space, to then activate and illuminate up into your second powerhouse, which is your throat chakra here, your third eye, and your no. So then all the truth comes along. So you're speaking no evil, hearing no evil, and seeing no evil, right? And you're knowing no evil. That's the whole goal. So here's this moon here, and it's like, okay, I'm literally rebalancing myself from this 611. It's like you have this some kind of brand new start here. There was an ending here. There was an ending here, but you kind of just exited it with grace. Like you weren't upset. It wasn't emotional turmoiling for you. It kind of just was like, okay, it's relieving now and I'm ready to get back on track here, which is the balance here. Wow. And that's all that from one card, you guys. Whew. All right, Leo. Jehovah, what else is here with Leo and the moon? Whoa. Okay, so there's this one. 8 of Swords here. Okay, but it's in the negative. So I feel like, all right, guys. So when we have the 8 of Swords in the positive here, this is air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then the moon, this is Cancer. So we have this emotional air, emotional communication, emotional pressure, really. And this pressure is coming up in the negative. However, I feel like, once again, you're balancing yourself with this realignment, 7-11, and you're like, I'm no longer allowing this, interference to come in. I'm no longer allowing myself to be burdened. I'm no longer allowing myself to be sick in my head. And even though the moon is here and there was hidden secrets, I'm still being positive about it. I still feel like any one of us could get this hidden truth and these hidden secrets here, whether they're imbalancing or balancing themselves, and still have to fight this off, no problem, because of the hidden secrets over here. We couldn't do it as strong as you are right now, Leo. And I feel like, you've kind of had this like new activation, like maybe ever since Leo season happened, because the Lionsgate portal was huge. And even I had different changes of energy shifts inside. So I feel like ever since then, because the moon is just, it recycles every 28 days. And so every month, so a month ago you were feeling different, but a month ago also was when Leo's Lionsgate portal was there. So within these last 2 months, can you agree that you felt this energy shift, 8-11? Can you agree that maybe 2 months ago you felt this, and then now you're just, okay, I'm really just moving forward here. But, let's clarify more on the cards here. So that's just an option there. Either way, air to me. Swords here is thoughts, because they're mental fuckery, right? And these swords, whenever they stab you in the front, back, whichever, every single time that you take this sword out, this situation, this trauma, this burden, this wound, this unhealed circumstance that you did not take personal accountability for, that either you allowed yourself to happen or you allowed yourself to suffer in the vicious cycle for. Every time you look at one of those swords, it's a little mirror. It's a reflection. And this is what you're seeing is the truth. And so now that this is in the negative, it's like, I'm not looking at all that shit anymore. I've suffered enough. I'm ready to get myself out there and balance myself even more. Good for you, Leo. Good for you. You're going to be my spirit animal tomorrow, because roar. All right. So then, let's do... Yeah, just show me more for a second. More for Leo. Wow, there it goes. Ace of Wands. So this new spiritual start, like I said, I was picking up, but you're being victorious about it. And you have this passion for it. You're just thirsty for it. And the moon is all about water. So you're pretty dehydrated here. Looking at this, you've been hanging down like, come pin the tail on me. And you haven't had anything to drink. And now here you are. You're drinking this holy water here after you've been able to balance yourself with the truth of being in and out. And you accepted Jehovah's new start for you. There's a potential for this whole new start, and you've been taking it. And I'm so proud of you, because This literally is, you know, the moon is always pulling something. It's always pulling something. And if it's not water here, it's going to be air. And that's going to be the most affected here. And the fact that it's in the negative, it just makes it really hopeful for me. Because if this was in the positive, I would have been like, oh shit, something really bad happened here. Because you're feeling this. You're feeling this 10-11 there, ascension. You're feeling this burdening. You're feeling this repetitive attacks because of this mental illness. And it's not just from anybody else, really, it's just from yourself, because you can't calm your mental state down, right? Because your mental state is controlled by your spirit, which is now being controlled by your flesh, because your flesh is overholding the low vibrations within your soul here. And once you practice, once you master your emotions in your flesh state of mind, then you're able to balance it out within your heart space, and it's going to illuminate up here for you. And you're going to start honoring your highest self here and knowing your truest self. And then it's all going to come out from there. Okay. My goodness, I am so proud of you and all this potential that you have, period. Okay. Let's see what else here. Yeshua, can you clarify this moon for me, please? 11 minutes right there on the clock, even. 11:11's coming up. Oh, 7 of Cups here in the negative. Yeah, baby. 11:11 right there. You're done being burdened. You're done making the wrong spiritual choices here. And maybe you didn't see them as spiritual beforehand, but this is where those reflections comes in. This is where these little mirrors come in, like, oh shit, this cup here was the wrong choice, and it brought me that sword. This cup here was the wrong choice, and it brought me that one. This cup goes to that sword. This cup goes to that sword. This cup goes to that sword, so on and so forth. But you have an extra sword here besides an extra cup, because you cannot walk away. Or you, in this past phase, maybe back when Lionsgate Portal opened and my nose is itching, I swear to God, I keep being brought back to Lionsgate Portal with you, Leo. So something shifted for you majorly, and you're still trying to like get away from the turbulence here because of this 8 of Swords. But at the same time, you know why you had to do that, and you've accepted it. You're like, okay, Lord, I understand the shitty choices that I made spiritually now give me consequences. And now I need to know that when I'm moving forward, I'm no longer burdening myself, and I'm coming out with the truth, and I'm able to make that right choice for me from the beginning. I know what to do now before I do it. I know what to say now before I say it, and I know what to think before I think it. And if not, I'm still working on myself because I am in recovery. Okay, good job for you, Leo. This is very hard to have mental control, but it's so much easier to do when we can master our emotions, which is what is required of us. And when we can master our emotions, we don't have all this turbulence, this interference coming in like you're a freaking puppet from someone else, right? You're able to control it. And this is what the moon is about, this manipulation. You are realigning this emotional balance. And I'm so proud of you. And this is all that this is telling me. You're walking away from what's not serving you here. The secrets were all the bad, dirty choices you made, you know, because this is also my lust card. Like this dude here is like, oh, this chick on Monday night is fine, but if I mess up with her now, I'm going to mess up with my Wednesday chick because it's Thursday. You know, he's like, which one should I go for that's all going to get me off every night? You know, that's literally how I feel. And it also could be that the truth is that you were the one affected by this. You didn't have to make these spiritual consequences in that sort of way. It was just whoever you allowed to have control over you like this is the one that gave you the issues of all of these spiritual consequences, because you allowed it to happen. You allowed it to hurt you over and over because you didn't walk away. But you are, and I'm so proud of you, Leo. Yeah, I'm so freaking proud of you. This is great energy. I'm actually very excited because right before this, I was feeling kind of down in the dumps. So thank you for having this moment with me. I wish that I could hug you. Let's see what else here. Yeshua, can you clarify this 8 of Swords for me, please, next to the 7 of Cups? All right. Knight of Pentacles in the positive. So this is interesting because I freaking hate knights. I'm not a huge fan of the knight cards because they're just very playerish to me, very in and out. They're non-committal. And the 2 lower versions of the knights, which is the swords and the wands that you have here, that you're kind of able to, you know, this is balance is what's coming in too for you, and you're able to walk away from it. And this player energy isn't so bad anymore because you're going to be able to recognize the red flags from these reflections, these revelations from before, okay, that killed you. Okay, now you're going to remember how these felt and that you don't want to go through that again. So having to possibly put yourself in another spiritual consequence of a player energy might happen. And you have to use your discernment here, and you have to use your best judgment, because Jehovah's offering you this spiritual start here, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's with him. This is what's been going on with this Eight of Swords here. Okay, and I'm picking up a couple things here, because when you're looking down here at my spread, his back is turned away from this spiritual consequencing of lust energy, which is in the negative too. So it's like the secrets are coming out, and both parties here, or Leo, you and this, I don't even know what to call him, because I don't even know what you guys are. Whether you're female or masculine, it doesn't matter, because both energies are there. Just flip them, kiss it away. If it doesn't work, you'll know it's yours. Everybody has everything in their soul. All these, the high arcana and the characteristics that make up the rest of the 78 deck. However, the signs that we face in our birth chart just help us. Okay, yes, that's another confirmation. You're going to know if it's your story or trial, tribulation, because you're going to have this energy going off in your solar plexus chakra, right? So now let's pull one more card, because I want to see what Jehovah's talking about, this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the highest knight that you could have. It's positive. It's this slow moving gentleman in between the ages of 25 to 35. And he is actually willing to, make a steady offer. He's just a little immature still. He still has quite a bit to learn, because he has made bad choices in the past as well. But it's like he is also burdened from these 8 swords that you're also feeling here, because of the choices that were made. So you see how this works here is that it's like both of you are wanting this new start and want to walk away from the past here and want to walk away from the truth. So let's see what this knight's going to be, this card that's going to be here. Let's see what he's going to be looking at here with this new start. Let's see. Jehovah, can you clarify this Ace of Wands, please? Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving us and our Leos. Thank you so much. Ooh, aha. Justice right over the 7 of Cups in the freaking negative. So Leo, this Knight of Pentacles is looking to get some kind of justice with you for this new spiritual start, because of the shitty consequences that he made. This Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And it ain't gonna happen for him. It's like, I mean, you're not even here. I can just feel your energy so tough. Like, you're just ready to walk away. Like, you are hiding. You are in separation from this person because of the moon. You're hiding in the dark right now. You kind of have this hermit energy going on because the truth shattered you. And you're just waiting for this new start to happen, but it hasn't come just yet for you, because this justice is blocking this. It's not the right time yet. Jehovah's saying, nope, there's still more to suffer through here, in the sense of you're going to continue suffering until you learn from it in the proper way, until what's most victorious for you. But the justice is here. So Libra energy now, Leo. This is not balanced, and this is unfinished business at that point, right? So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. And then we'll get to the secret card. Don't you worry, Leo. Don't you worry. I have your back. So let's see. Oh, shit. Knight of Cups. Okay, so at least it's the two positive knights, okay? So Knight of Pentacles, that's like pre-King of Pentacles energy, and then that's pre-Emperor energy, right? Which has all 4 kings and all 4 knights inside of him because of the experience. Now, this Knight of Cups comes out, and this isn't what you're seeing here, is that this Knight of Pentacles isn't getting his justice here because he wore a damn mask. He wore a mask, and he pretended to be your knight in shining armor, Leo. Everything, he or she, I'm sorry, divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? I'm just gonna be myself. So 1911. This Knight of Swords here, he was the player energy that I was picking up on. Knight of Cups. He's pretending, or she's pretending, to be exactly who you wanted. He lied. That's what the truth is here about. This is why you're so burdened, because you believed all of these lies. You believed all of these mental thoughts. You believed all of this heartache, that it was going to be worth it somehow. And that's kind of why you're hanging on to this new spiritual start too, but you're not understanding that Jehovah just wants you to have it just by yourself first, before you can have it with anybody else, right? So then when you're looking at this here, let me show you. Well, the Seven of Cups was here because this Knight douchebag dude couldn't keep his dick out of everybody. And he's wearing a mask. His mask, though, is still in the negative, so negatively intended, emotionally fueled with this one person. I feel like maybe he's regretting this, which we already talked about. However, look at that. He's still facing the sexy-ass choices that he wants to make with his own cup here. You know, and his cup will never be full because it's empty. He's narcissistic. He likes to feed off of empaths, and he's also a heavy drinker. Look at all those cups, girl. She's also a heavy drinker. Look at all those cups, brother. I mean, how many bags of recycling does this person take out every night? You know, I'm kind of picking up, there's a really heavy drinker here, which is why that they thought that it was okay to be this Knight of Cups for you, just to get what they wanted, just to, you know, just to get their wand off, right? And so then here comes this pressure of this reflected mirrored burdening here, because he's slowly coming in as this Knight of Pentacles now. You know, he's gone up a little bit. He's like, okay, I'm leaving this Knight of Cups energy behind because I no longer want to be this mask. I really want to come in with a solid offer, and I want to grow. I want to invest. Okay, so let's see what else is here, because justice is, no, this is not a victory for you. And at least it's not a victory for this Knight of Pentacles. And if it's not a victory for this Knight of Pentacles, it's not a victory for you too with this spiritual start here. It's just not going to happen. You know, you're going to be able to walk away from this burdening energy once you can settle the dust here and settle the waters down when the moon's not realigning here anymore, because you know it's going to move out of this manipulation gravitational pull here. So Knight of Cups in the negative here, very emotional. What else is here? Let's see. So Ten of Swords here. Oh, I lied. Excuse me, Nine of Swords. Well, shit. Ten of Swords might as well be here too, because here's justice, and there's a sword right there. And 9 + 1 is 10 of Swords. So yeah, dude, this guy just mentally wants to F you up, Leo. Or this gal. And this gal is very, very good at it, because it's like they mentally know how to mess with you. And being a narcissist, they know exactly how to get into your weak spots. And they know exactly. They learn, they observe, they love mind fucking. They love everything 2211 that it does for them to hold this power over you, because that's what they get off on. So whether they're divine masculine or divine feminine or even a karmic partner, it doesn't matter. You have 8 of Wands. Oh my gosh. 9 of Wands here, because you've been a wounded warrior over and over and over. However, you have 8 of Swords here in the negative. And if you don't start to pull yourself out of it and get this balance with this realigning, that you're still doing a great job. You just need to continue it. And now you're seeing why. I feel like maybe you got pulled out of it a little bit if you're really resonating with this story, but don't. He's not worth it. He is not worth it. And you will get your justice when time comes. And I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to make sure we're going to get a victory for you, okay? If you don't stop, you're just going to keep going down the rabbit hole here. And you're going to constantly have mental illness over mental illness over mental illness over and over and over, which is this toxic cycle that this narcissistic wants to put you in, because you're feeding him. When Jehovah's telling you, I've got some real word to feed you. Do you want to live off of that, or you want to live off this bullshit? What else is here? Because he's breadcrumbing your ass. Oh my goodness. And you're allowing it. And here's the thing, is that when he gives you a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, it's just killing you even more, because that sword is reflecting back at you 4 times. You have 1 here on the left side, 1 here on the right side, and then you're going to flip it over, and there's 1 here on the back left side, and there's 1 here on the right back side again. And it's going to hurt you every single time. It's still going to stab you. And so it's like you gave so much to this person here because you didn't want to be left out. You didn't want him to ghost you. You didn't want to be abandoned, and you want to be able to invest in this person. And you thought that this was this person because they were wearing a mask, Leo, and really they're not. They're still in their breadcrumbing energy, which is narcissistic. Okay, let's do one more, and then we're going to see the secret card. Thank you, Jehovah, for that victory. And you guys, didn't we already see this at the beginning? So look at you. Yay, Leo, 2411. Jehovah, that is beautiful energy. See, now we're getting back into, okay, see, look at what this asshole player did. He totally changed our energy down a little bit, right? And then now here we are, brand new baby, loving this white horse ourselves, because Jehovah's here. This is his government. He's ruling over you, and he's telling you he's not going to get justice, and you aren't going to get justice with this either, because there is nothing here for you but breadcrumbs. And I'm sorry, honey, but do you eat off the floor? No, you're worth more than that. So the sun here is our happy card, and I'm just going to leave it right there just so we can see it with the happy. Look at Nine of Wands there. It's in the negative. Gosh darn it. Didn't I call out Nine of Wands too? And I was trying to not, but it kept coming through me. Nine of Wands. I got to do it, you guys. Yep, there you are. The Nine of Pentacles, because you are single and free, baby, and you're loving life. You have to love you before you love anyone else, right? 2511. You got to love you. You're so valuable. Yep, Eight of Cups. You got to walk away, sweetheart, and you're going to have the victory because it's right there. Look at, yep, you're going to have the victory. And I just told you, look at that moon is realigning again. It was moving over when right here it's in front, and now it's moving this manipulation again, and you're still just rocking through it like that little baby there. Good job. Let's do one more. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. There you are. You are pre-Empress energy, and this Knight isn't even a match yet. Not a match at all. So let's see what this secret card is. Aha. Yep. Didn't we talk about Seven of Pentacles already? Like, the fact that it's in the negative, Jehovah's telling you right now, you're going to have a victory if you stop investing. You're going to have a victory if you stop focusing on the negative aspects of yourself and turn this into self-worth, continuing on to 10 Pentacles here. Okay, Leo, your self-worth and loving yourself is so important. Stepping in this power is so important. And you're able to walk away from what's no longer serving you. Because look at, oops. Sorry, Lord. Yeehaw, he says. I literally just heard yeehaw. So Jehovah's saying, look, you're constantly stuck in this breadcrumbing energy, and you're not able to go on and really start to look within yourself here. And you're looking down upon yourself negatively, but I'm going to show it to you this way, okay, Leo? And you're looking here and you're like, God, I am so shitty. I have nothing for me. Why am I even here? He doesn't love me. She doesn't love me. Hell, I don't even love myself. Nothing ever is going to happen for me. While Jehovah's looking behind you and you got all of this. Don't forget what else is in your heart space. Don't forget what else you have to offer. Don't forget how much of a beautiful person that you are and how much your contagious personality is. You light up a room every time you walk into it. You're a fresh new start every day. You're the best thing ever. You're like a Sephora gift card. Okay, so you need to start putting your investment in where this investment is meant for you. And sweetheart, it's not with this player, because you're just going to continue to eat breadcrumbs off the bakery floor. And you can't do it with this bread alone. You got to take it up to the real baker upstairs, right? So Yehovah, would you like to close us out with any other messages here? Yes, chakra, he says. Okay, so let's pull a couple chakra cards here because we have a couple minutes, and then I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm always here for you. Thank you for being here. Drop a comment below with an emoji if you would love a prayer. I'd be so honored to say it to you from my heart space. And let's just see what he's going to pull out here. All right, Yehovah. Whoa, whoa, sheesh. Well, your destiny is right here, my friend, because it just flew out right into my heart space too. So this reflects off your crown chakra, and Jehovah's telling you, you know that this is what's meant for you, and you know that you need to do this in order to get better. And do you want to get well or not? Look at, we're waiting here. We're waiting here to just take you up through this magical energy here and balance you out between the good and the bad and leave your negatives behind and focus on the light here. This is exactly what is destined for you, regardless of whoever this player is. It's not serving you, which means you're not serving yourself. And every time you take their breadcrumbs, you are breadcrumbing from yourself and thinking that that's all you deserve, and that's not true. Okay, so destiny's there. Let's do a couple more because we've got like 1 more minute left. Yehovah. Oh, there's a couple. Perfect. Thank you. So the second card that comes out is the same chakra here, your crown chakra, and look at it is your destiny to have this victory with Jehovah here at 2911 there to create Your creativity will never ever stop when you open up and you awaken within and you realize like, oh shit, I have all this magical power inside of me because I am 9 of Pentacles all on my own, bitch, right? So here you are and you have this perfect creativity with Yeshua inside of you, and you're just able to expand. You're able to continue waking up every single day, loving yourself and finding new ways to love yourself creatively because your spirit's running within you, and you're able to reassess how you're putting this love out in the universe for this player. Instead of him, it's for, or her, it's for you. You know, because when we're grieving, grief is just love that has nowhere to go. And when you write the check to send out to this person, they usually accept it, drop it into their account, and then it clears, and then it gets withdrawn from you, right? Well, what happens when that's energy and it can't be accepted or received or reciprocated? 3011, it bounces back, it gets rejected because you are a magnet. And now when it's rejected, it gets held back in your flesh state. Remember this area that we talked about here, and now it's heavy. It's emotional, and it gets more negative because it's held in water, and water has memory. That's why when we are grieving, that grief becomes more grief and more grief and more grief because water remembers it. When we are sad, the sadness just gets heavier and heavier. The water is going to add more sadness and more sadness and more sadness because that is what we're feeling. When we're feeling happy, water is going to add on to this happiness and add on to this happiness. And it is a loving vibrational emotion. So when we're happy, it goes up through our heart space and it radiates. And then all of a sudden we have happy tears, right? It's just uncontrollable emotions. So you have all this creativity within you to block what's not serving you anymore, how to not serve yourself anymore with these self-harm behaviors that we're talking about, you know, emotionally eating, alcoholism, addiction, because of all these cups in place here. You know, you might have met your player here at a bar, or you went to the bar with him a lot, you went to happy hour a lot, you enabled each other. Regardless if you're an addict or not, you still drank. You know, anything that just doesn't serve you anymore. Any negative thoughts about yourself causes low serotonin in your brain. Therefore, you have intrusive thoughts, suicidal thoughts. You look over at your razor and you're like, I wonder what I could do with that. And then 2 seconds later, like, what the hell did that come from? That's an intrusive thought. That is the devil trying to work in his mini masks because your brain is not raising the vibration to be able to take in the Father of Truth's love. And now you're getting the Father of Lies love. Okay, so behind that now is this third eye chakra. So look at Jehovah's already saying your no is already here. Your intuition is spot on. We just need to clear out the confusion a little bit, and we need to get you to respond. Okay, right now you're just so kind of stressed out, or beforehand you were with all of this cups energy here and this swords and this mental reflections, 3211, that you kind of just got this kind of shock to your brain and you're like, I don't even know what to do anymore. And then that's when Jehovah swoops in as your doctor with Jesus, the nurse practitioner, and they're able to help you respawn better in a way inside yourself to be able to continue on within your day, continue on to seeing the truth and accepting it and getting on creatively with your destiny here. Okay, I mean, even look at this. You have the whole world inside your heart here, and you're just ready to throw this temper tantrum like a little child. When your inner child inside of you is like, come on, I'm bitter, but I'm a little taller myself. I'm looking up at you and just like, okay, are we going to respond yet? Are we going to be a family or not? Because I need you to start paying attention to me. I need you. Okay, you have this inner child inside of you that needs healing, sweetheart. And in order to have any type of long-lasting union with someone, you have to have long-lasting union with yourself. Okay, 3311 Leo, I hope to see you back soon. I'm here for you. Don't forget, I love you. Wounds into light.